realizing you're autistic is kind of realizing you're LGBTQ. You don't really know, you don't have language for it. So I've basically always been autistic. I was born that way, just like I was born a lesbian. So I was always a little quirky and weird and didn't know how to explain myself, nor people really didn't understand what was going on with me either. It wasn't until I was an adult at the age of 27 that I was actually diagnosed by a child developmental psychologist as having been on the autism spectrum. I got involved with Affirmations by coming in as a volunteer. Being autistic, to go into any social situation, especially going into LGBTQ community, where I just realized that at that time recently that I was a lesbian, having a specific role, like going to a class and knowing what the expectations are with me for me in a space, is very helpful. So that's what I did. My job here at Affirmations, I run the day-to-day operations, including the volunteers. I supervise and schedule and coordinate and train all the volunteers at the resource desk and in the support discussion groups here at Affirmations. My favorite part about working here is, ironically enough, the people. Most people think of us autistics as not very socially savvy. We're not, but that doesn't mean that some of us, depending on our personality, don't want to engage. We do. We just don't necessarily know how. We still have the same enthusiasm, wants, and needs of interaction. It's just the who's and what's of how to go about it that we find difficult. Aside from my work at Affirmations, I actually volunteer and coordinate with a lot of the area prides. I'm also an artist and I'm also a writer. I'm currently writing a book. There's something that us autistics always say: when you've met an autistic person, you've only met one autistic person, because there's so much variety and difference between us as personalities, as people, that you can't just make any generalizations. My version of how I'm autistic is very different than the version of somebody else's autism and how they are autistic.